Property developers designed the shared equity loan scheme. Property developers lobbied for the scheme. How do we know this? Because they lobbied Sinn Féin as well, and we told them to sling their hook. But they got a listening ear in Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil. The Secretary-General of the Department of Public Expenditure warned that property developers lobbied for the equity scheme because, I quote, because it will increase prices. The Department of Housing officials warned that the equity scheme would inflate house prices. The ESRI told the Housing Committee that the shared equity scheme would lead to higher house prices and worsen affordability. And today, in the last number of minutes, the Central Bank has published its report and said that this scheme risks increasing pricing pressures. So forget about Sinn Féin, forget about what we're saying. How can you push ahead with this scheme, which will pump up house prices despite the warnings from the Central Bank, the ESRI, the Department of Housing and the former Secretary-General of the Department of Public Expenditure?
Thanks, Deputy. The objective here is to make home ownership a reality for more people, particularly young people. And you will see over the next couple of years many people who've been renting and renting for far too long being able to get their foot in the housing ladder, being able to buy their first home through the shared equity scheme. And for them, they will, in many cases, pay less in their mortgage than they're currently paying in their rent. So in the real world where people are at, huge numbers of people are paying very high rents. And through the shared equity scheme, they'll actually be able to own a home and pay a mortgage that's less than the rent that they're paying at the moment. That's where people are at. That's the reality of this scheme on an individual level, and you're going to see that happen, and you're going to see how popular the scheme is as well once it's up and running. But it's not the case that it's the only thing the government is doing. The main thing that we can do to reduce the cost of housing is supply, and it's really encouraging to see that in the past 12 months, over
house prices.
I haven't seen the report, Deputy, as you said yourself, it's only out in the past few months.
Well, the Central Bank has said it's going to push up house prices, as the ESRI has, as the Department of Housing has, as the Department of Public Expenditure has. Could you answer the question why you support a scheme that's pushing up house prices on young and old?
Because it means for lots of people that they'll be able to become homeowners for the first time. They will pay less in their mortgage than they are in their rent. That's why.
Higher prices.
You want to keep them renting for life.
This is unacceptable. Thank you. We're now eating.